Okay, I have one little neck knife made, and this is the leftover of that pink handled one I just made, the BC Special. And I'm not gonna, what I'm gonna do next is make the Kydex sheath for this. Let me get some stuff out of the way. I'm gonna make the sheath, and then I'm gonna go clean this up, polish it, you know. And I'm not gonna be asking a lot for these. I'm gonna ask, because I'm gonna do them pretty quick, and they're gonna be satin finish. They're gonna be using, using knives without, I'm not gonna finish them to the degree that I normally do, because Kydex scratches knives. That's all there is to it. Not terribly. And if I leave them, I am gonna buff this. This will look like that when I'm done. And so I'm going to finish this with a Kydex, and then I'm going to finish the handle, buff it, and buff the blade, and make it all kind of pretty. But I'm only going to be asking $50 for these. I'm going to be using, good wood. I have one more set of pink here. And I don't even want to call it pink. It's more of a peachy color. And then when I buff it, it's even, less. It's pink, but not hot pink. I don't know how else to say that. It's a knife that I would carry as a man. I mean, I'm not afraid of pink, but this is really not terribly girly. So I have one more, and then I have Cocobolo, and let's see. I have some very nice Turkish walnut. And since I'm using leftovers, I have some Purple Heart. And what next? What do I have? Hold on. I have, yeah, this is redwood lace burl. Yeah, that's what that's going to be. So, pink, Cocobolo, Turkish walnut, Purple Heart, redwood lace burl. And I'm going to finish this today, and I'm going to try to get these all handled, pinned, and epoxied. I don't know if I can do that today. Yesterday, I usually have a Saturday morning video, but I didn't do much of anything yesterday. Me and David sat around here and talked all day, and which is good, a good deviation from my normal day, And today is Saturday, so I'm going to try to get these all pinned and epoxied today, these up here. And then tomorrow, if I do anything tomorrow's Sunday, I got 2 more days of freedom left. I might just get them pinned and epoxied, and, I really don't, I got to just play it by ear, because I don't know what the future does exactly hold for me. I go in for surgery Tuesday, and I really have no idea how I'm going to feel when I come out. If I come out, So I don't know what I'm just going to play it by ear. So right now I am going to finish this, get a Kydex sheath made, polish it up real nice, and that will be done. And I'm going to ask $50 plus shipping, which just call it $60, because it's like $11 is what it costs me to ship it. $10.41 or something like that in the US. So let me go finish this. All right, I bought this a couple days ago for $11. $11. And nice little piece of kit. Let's see. 450, no. Well, minutes, temperature, here we go. Temperature. All right, function. No, I don't want, see this top, I don't want the top coming up. So let me figure out how to do this. Function. Okay, Fahrenheit, there we go. 350, broiled, no. not broil. Toast, no, just want, there, no. There we go, bake. I say I just want the bottom element on, and really I don't even want it. Damn it, I did it again. Bake at 350, that's what I want. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is what I'm using, by the way. All right. I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit convection. Yeah. Okay, everything's working. All right, give it about 5 minutes. We'll be back. Not even close. It's going to be probably another 5 minutes. All right, we're at 206. It's got to be 290 to mold, so just a few more minutes. This is brand new. I haven't, I got to get used to how long it takes to heat things up. There we go. Oh yeah, while we're waiting, David helped me move that heavy freaking chair in here yesterday. And the little door behind me is like way wider than that chair, so it sure took some wiggling and cussing and yeah, we finally got it in here. I don't know how. Originally it was in here, and then I switched the chair that was in here out with that one, and that one went to my knife shop, and it's a very comfortable chair, but it doesn't lean back. And I spend a lot of time with my feet, lean back with my feet on the desk, and I can't lean it back because the spring is too hard. Anyway, let's see if this. There we go. Let's see if this is ready yet. This is just a temperature gauge. I'll tell you, not quite. I'm going to give it just a little more time. So I don't know if it's a sickness or an obsession or what, but I love having things organized and neat. And I'll tell you what, being organized and neat is what almost got me promoted from a regular truck driver to a plant manager way back when I was young. I worked for a company called Ashland Chemical in Shreveport. And it was a good job. I actually, when I look back over my life, I loved that job. It was the best job. It was the most money. It was fantastic benefits. 40 hours a week, off on the weekends. I loved that job. And I did so good at that job. I organized things. I built what's called a warm room because they had acetic acid that they had to store outside because it had so many fumes. Even, the barrels had to be slightly vented. They had a little pinhole in the bung. And they would freeze outside. So I built a 16 by 20 warm room inside the warehouse, and then I punched a hole in the wall and put an exhaust fan in there to suck the acetic acid fumes out. They called an electrician, wired the fan in, I ran the lights myself, and I insulated it, and I put heat lamps in there. All you had to do was keep the acetic acid above freezing. And then they had another room they called it the button room, but it was this huge room. It was about 40 by 40 and had all the supplies that you deliver to customers, and it was a freaking mess. And hold on, we're ready. Yeah, okay, here we go. And they were so impressed with me and my ability to organize messes that after only about God, a year and a half of working for them, they were ready to make me a plant manager. They made reservations in Dallas to attend this class that, plant managers had to go to. And I don't know, I gotta be real careful with this. I don't want to leave any wrinkles. All right, here we go. And then I hurt my back. And then they did some of the dirtiest crap. I ruptured a disc. And they didn't fire me, but they made it very difficult for me to keep my job. So I went from being top hand potential manager of the entire plant. And, I was 23 or 24? And they were going to make me plant manager at that age. And they even told me, this is what hurts. This is exactly how they worded it. Brad, we're really impressed with how you work. And we don't normally promote people into management that don't have a college degree. I say, I didn't tell them I didn't even have a high school diploma. I lied and said I did. And they never asked me to prove it. So, they were going to promote me into plant management reluctantly because they were so impressed with how I did my job and how organized and neat and efficient I was. We had to go on these circuitous runs and pick up hazmat. What we did was dispose hazardous materials. Very complicated, tons of paperwork, highly regulated, and you had to dot every I and cross every T, and your placards had to be right. I mean, the fines for making a mistake were enormous. And, a job that would take some of the other drivers would have to stay overnight somewhere. And I was quick enough. I could go do my route and get back before sundown. And, the other people were mad at me because they would milk it and get paid, they'd get paid a stipend. I think it was $35 way back then. Plus they'd buy you a motel. So the other drivers would drag their feet, and, I'm just not like that. I can't work like that. Even if I worked like that for myself and I worked like that for other people, I did the best job that I could possibly do. And I went home every day feeling good about myself. And it made some of the other drivers really mad that I was, doing a better job, basically, or doing a faster and more efficient job. And they hated it because they liked going out and milking it and making a long day. It was a long day. You had to work hard, but you could be home that day easily, and it pissed the other guys off. But I didn't give a shit. I mean, these are the guys that you had to be to work at 8, and they would show up at 8:15 every freaking day. And I would show up at 7:30, ready to go to work. Now, that sounds crazy, but I like working. And I loved my job. So eventually they gave me the keys and the combination to the alarm because I was there waiting, even the plant manager at the time. See, they were going to make me plant manager and they told me to keep it secret because they were firing that lazy plant manager that showed up 20 or 30 minutes late every day. And then every day he had an excuse to go somewhere like a doctor's appointment or he had to pick his wife. I mean, it was always some reason he had to leave a couple hours early. So they were really wanting to get rid of him. Anyway, they gave me the keys and the combination to the alarm. So I just started showing up when I normally start showing up. And in them days, they didn't have LEDs. They had mercury vapor lights, was what people used in warehouses. And it would take about 15 minutes for the mercury vapor lights to heat up enough to fully illuminate. And, I'd have the coffee made and the lights on and all the roll-up doors rolled up. And that pissed the guys off because they're used to coming in about 15 minutes late and then dragging their feet, making coffee, rolling up doors. And it'd be 9 o'clock before anybody got any work done. And I just can't work like that, which is probably why I ended up, working for myself because people don't like when, I guess it's human nature to be lazy and to drag your feet and to go slow and to do as little as possible. Maybe I'm an oddity. I always want to do as much as possible. for personal satisfaction reasons. I felt good about, doing a good job and being organized and being efficient and saving the company money. And that was another thing. They had these electric sealed, spark sealed engine motors, electric motors. And we had to transfer product from drum to maybe a customer's 500 gallon. And, you'd have to wheel a 55 gallon drum in there, transfer your product into their drums. And they had these $900, now this is in the early 80s, they had these $900 electric motors that would wear out. So they'd just throw them in a pile. And I told them, I said, all you got to do is replace the brushes. And there was an electric motor, not even a quarter mile down the road, there was this place that rebuilt and sold electric motor parts. So I took one apart, I got the brushes out of it, I went down the street to that electric motor place and I said, can you replace these brushes or do you have anything like it? And he did. And I came back and I got about 7 or 8 of these $900 electric motors fixed and repaired and back together. And the manager told the head dude that it couldn't be done, that once they were wore out, you had to throw them away. And I said, that's not true. I mean, they make replaceable brushes. They're replaceable for a reason. And you don't even get into the, there's gaskets, because they're spark proof, there's gaskets. You got to be careful to put them back together right. Anyway, I fixed them all up, and that was the beginning. That was the first thing I did that everybody else didn't like, except the big wheels of the company. They were quite happy. Saved them a whole bunch of money. And that was the beginning of when the manager didn't like me because I made him look stupid. He told the guy that you couldn't build a warm room in there because there's no way to nail it into concrete. And I said, you can go to the rental place. You could rent a concrete nail gun for a day, and you can nail the bottom plates down to the concrete. I mean, they have everything you need. Anyway, that's just too long a story. At one point, I began to embrace the fact that they didn't like me because I was, I enjoyed my job and I enjoyed doing a good job. And at some point, their dislike for me, after I got used to them not liking me because I was a good worker, I used that dislike to make them look even worse. And I could just work circles around them guys. And not because I was better, but because they were so bad, so lazy, so stupid, so slow. They put more effort into not working than if they would just do a decent job and go home and feel good about themselves. And there's a lot of people in this world that never get that satisfactory feeling of doing a good job, because most of society drums into you to do as little as possible and to get away with it. And, we had guys that would stack pallets up and then go take a nap behind the pallets during the day. I'm talking about that kind of laziness. All right, 5, maybe 10 more minutes just to be sure. Then I'm going to take that out and start working on it. All righty. Oh, yeah. Now, I drill, let's see, 2 holes up here, put the grommets in, and then I take a knife and I crack this open. I pull this knife out, and I draw on here with a pencil roughly where I want to shape this, and then drill my holes for the grommets. You see where this finger choil is right here? I guess it's actually not a choil, it's the bottom of the ricasso. That's the thing that holds this in. All right, let me get a couple of holes drilled in here, get that done. I just can't trust this hand anymore. I don't even have the strength in it to hold this down. The drill bit caught it and pulled it up, and I'm gonna have to start all over. Okay, I redid it in black just because I actually think black goes better with that. When this is buffed out, the black really is black, and I kind of think black would go better. It went better with the BC Special that I made out of this wood, and it went good with that, the black. So I'm gonna go do this in my knife shop, and the reason is it is so dark in this corner. I can't see any of the lines I draw. I mean, I intend to get a 4-foot LED light and put up above this. They're really bright, and that will illuminate all these machines just fine. And until I get that, I found one at Walmart. It's like 18 bucks. And I'm gonna get one for here and two for the room where I clean the guns and stuff. So, gotta sell a knife. Anyway, let me go in the other shop and drill some holes. We'll be back. All right. Now this will be my first time using this. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, worked good. I like it. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see this, but the edges really look nice. But what I'm going to do now is touch this on my buffer. What it does is make them look shiny, and got a real good retention, but not so strong that you can't get it out. So I'm going to go buff the knife. I'm going to buff the edge of this, and I'll be right back. All right, finally. That's what the knife looks like, the handle. Let me pop this out of here. All right, I'm going to put an edge on this, and this one's ready to go. Now, let me see what kind of... I don't know what kind of paracord I'm going to put on that. Yeah, that's sort of like a berry. I forget what color they call this, but I think I'm going to use that. All right. I thought I was going to... Boy, this day got away from me fast. I thought I was going to get a lot more work done. I got nothing done on the others. This is all I've done today. And I'm still not done. I got to put the edge on it, and it's done. I got to cut this paracord, and this is finished. So, that's it for me today. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I just don't know. You know, I'm concerned about Tuesday and even Monday. I got a doctor's appointment Monday, and it's not the surgeon, it's another doctor. And then Tuesday morning about 5:30, I got to be at the hospital where they bring you in there and shave the parts they're going to be working on. And anyway, yeah, they shaved my entire belly last time. Took 4 of them. You know, the big belly. Anyway, so have a good Sunday, all. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything until Tuesday or Monday. I'm just going to take it a minute at a time. I usually take it one day at a time, but right now I'm just taking it 1 minute at a time. So I had a good omelet this morning, so that was the start of a good day. Made Charlie an egg sandwich. The dogs each got an egg, and I got a knife finished. I mean, I can't complain. We'll see you in a bit. Let me just say this: if I got to mail a knife Monday on my way to a doctor, not the doctor, a doctor, my regular, what do you call it, my personal doctor, general practitioner, that guy. It's my 6 months checkup. So on my way, I got to ship a knife, and if somebody wants this, let me know. Tomorrow, $60 shipped, and I'll get it in the mail Monday also. My PayPal address is bctruck@gmail.com. So have a good Sunday, y'all. I'm going home. Oh, and it's pouring rain, and we could get 2 to 5 inches out of this rainstorm. Okay, one more time. Last thing. This is for sale, $150. That's for sale, $60. That includes shipping. That includes shipping. And this is sold, and I will be shipping that Monday on my way to the doctor. That's the BC special there. Boy, that come out so nice. I love that handle. And this is the leftover wood from that handle. And I really thought black would go better with this. Okay, I will pull this out and show it to you. Did I put the edge on that? Yes, I did. I'll tell you what, that knife sharpener, that is one of the best purchases I have. Low battery. One of the best purchases I have ever made. All right, that's it. Have a good Sunday. Okay. I don't like that color. It's a peachy pink. It's not like shocking pink, you know? And I'm going to tell you, let me see if I can zoom this in. That edge. Polished edge. I mean, it is surgical sharp. Huh. Okay, another one done. I still have that for sale. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I have like 6 neck knives that have been heat treated, and they've been sitting there waiting for me to clean them up and get handles on them, and I may do that. And here's another decision I've made, looking into the parts I'm going to need for making Kydex sheaths. They sell this belt clip. It's like $15. And then on top of that, you got to add the little screws and the nuts and the rubber washers, and just too expensive. I'm going to make a jig. I'm going to make my own belt loops. So that will be a whole nother project, making that jig. And I have some aluminum left over, which is what they make the jigs out of. So the aluminum that I made my knife grinding jig out of, I've got some of that left over, and it's going to be perfect to make a Kydex belt loop jig. Okay, because they sell them, and they're $300. I can make that. All right, have a good day.